So I chose one of Jay Cutler's chest routines, and we're going to just try it out, see how it goes for us. Lately, Dr. No and I have been doing primarily powerlifting type of workouts with some hypertrophy movements thrown in there, kind of a power building type of workout. After the whole Olympia thing, I was like, let's jump back into the bodybuilding. I was super inspired. So we're gonna try a Jay Cutler routine. Now he has a lot of routines. Just so you know, bodybuilders don't necessarily do the same routine every week. Often it's changed every week. And that's just for keeping a lot of variety in how the muscles are accessed. So this is just one of them that I looked up. Now usually he does hammer press first, hammer press machines, which I would love to have a hammer press machine, but I don't. So we're gonna substitute with incline Smith. Substitute with incline Smith machine presses, 4 sets of 12. Then we're gonna do incline dumbbell presses. Then he does pec deck, which of course I'd love to have a pec deck as well, but I don't. So we're gonna substitute flat bench fly, 3x12. Then he does dips, which my rack has a dip station in the back here, but it is too close to the wall. I don't have a lot of space in my little garage, so unfortunately that's not going to work out for today. So I was thinking we're going to substitute decline dumbbell press. We'll get somewhat similar of the inner and lower chest access. Then he finishes it off, and this is a real weird thing for us. He finishes it off with flat bench press, 2 light sets, 4 working sets. As powerlifting goes, you're usually going to start with your big compound movement first. Your flat bench press, and we're going to go crush that and then assist after that. So it's going to be a little strange hitting a big compound movement like bench press at the very end. Now, of course, this is all bodybuilding style, so we're not doing full range of motion all the way to lockout. We're going to try to keep the tension on the muscle the whole time. We're going to keep the rests short, 60 seconds between every set at the most. It's going to be fucking brutal. So let's get started. Regardless of whether you're doing bodybuilding or powerlifting sets, I recommend that you always start with the bar. You want to get it warmed up. You want to feel the movement out first. See if there's any kinks in the muscles or the joints. If there's anything wrong, you're testing that out, and you're testing out your form. Get a lot of reps in, like 20 to 40 reps, just to warm it up. If you need to do a couple sets, do a couple sets. See how he's keeping it about a couple inches above the chest. He's not locking it out at the top. We're keeping the tension on the muscle the whole time. We're not used to the really short rests, and 4 sets, lots of reps, 12 reps, short rests. When you're doing 5x5 splits or pyramiding sets, and we've tried to get reps in, but not right from the beginning, and not just like, we take the weight portion out of it. We're not worried about how much weight we're moving. We're just worried about getting the reps in and the sets in. And exercise 1, we had some trouble even completing that, so the rest of this is going to be good. Let's do that again.
to show off. Well, you don't need to show off. I'm just trying to keep up.
Hey, I'm showing up for your ass.
Yeah.
Final thoughts about the workout. That was the first time ever that we've done a total bodybuilding. It has, and I can definitely say it's effective. I feel as though we went through a normal workout, a little bit more winded. I feel the pump and chest more than we do our normal workout, even though we didn't move as much weight as we normally do. It was a lot of repetitions, less weight, but that's, you know, that's fine. That's the bodybuilder workout. We're not looking for you know, weight increases. We're looking for hypertrophy. So as much as I like the ego lift, you know, I'd like to say, yeah, I benched this much today. Prep work is okay. Yeah, it definitely was. You felt like you were struggling towards the end of some of those sets. I can imagine if we tried to put a little bit more weight on there, it would have been kind of tough, especially with 60 seconds of rest or less between. I feel like since this was our first one, we kind of played it safe. Yeah. And we also had a few weeks layoff because of vacations and people being sick and that kind of stuff. So it's probably not a great idea to jump right back into a really high volume, high intense workout and destroy yourself, get pec tears and stuff like that. But so we kept it probably like 60 or 70% weight, and then just did the 12 rep range, all the sets. We did the whole Jay Cutler routine that we said we were going to do, and yeah, your heart's pumping more, the blood's flowing a little bit more, so you can definitely see how the bodybuilder workout is different from the powerlifter workout, because we could go do powerlifting and say, well, we'll do 15 sets on the bench press, right? We'll go heavy, but we'll rest and talk shit and whatever else, like 3 or 4 minutes between sets, no big deal. Yeah, we get plenty of rest, so that way we can just go back to the separate fresh. Don't have to worry about keeping the tension on the muscle. Right. Talk to you about this when you first mentioned doing the routine. We're going to be doing bodybuilder sets about, basically restricting our range of motion. And I told you initially that I felt like, I feel like I'd be cheating. Yeah. Initially I did, until we got to set 4 of the incline, and I couldn't finish the last set. Yeah. So despite the fact that it isn't a full range of motion, you do keep the constant tension on the muscle and you definitely feel it. Yeah, and that's the important thing with bodybuilder routines, and I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between the two.
Yeah.
So I'll see comments sometimes on bodybuilder pages where the bodybuilders flare a little bit more with the elbows and they don't do a full range of motion, and people are like, isn't that wrong? But it's not, because they're just keeping this range of motion and they're keeping that tension on specifically the chest. So they're not hitting the triceps when they lock out, you know, and they're not risking a pec tear coming all the way down, and they're not internally rotating at the shoulders because they keep their shoulders back. They just keep it in the safe range of motion, but they're destroying that muscle, because whereas a power lifter will bring it down, full range of motion and up, the full stretch of the muscle, the difference is they're resting at the top. Because anytime you lock out, you're resting. And you can definitely tell it. Whenever you want to lock out, you're like, you're getting almost like 9, 10, 11, you're like, yeah, I really want to lock out, but I can't, you know? The idea is, what are you trying to do? You're a power lifter, you want a full range of motion, you want to touch the chest, you want to create a stable line, you want to create an arc, you want to create a ramp to press that up, and you want to lock it out at the top, right? Because that's how you're going to get your 3 white lights when you go to your meet. You're going to get a full range of motion, lock it up at the top, and rack it. Bodybuilders aren't trying to get 3 lights at a meet, they're trying to develop muscle conversion. Right. So depending on what you want to do is depending on how you do it. The one thing that they do the same is they do both try to create an arch in their back whenever they're benching. They do both try to pull their shoulders back to keep their deltoids out of that internal rotation, which is dangerous for that rotating top. Right. They both try to do that. The range of motion is really the one thing that's different.
It's definitely working. I'm going to be sore as hell tomorrow. It's a good thing I have off work.
Yeah. We'll try maybe a different routine next time.
So, we got back day coming up.
Back day.
So, who's the team can we emulate?
Jay Cutler has back days too. Maybe we'll choose somebody else. I don't know. I'll try to look one up.
Did that count? Alright.